Hi, my name is Jim Conroy, and I'm the Tree Whisperer. I heal sick and declining trees by repairing the internal functionality of trees. I'm with these beech trees in Morris County, New Jersey, and I started working on these trees last year. I came last fall and used them to help me with a dimensional model. And the model roughly goes, it's getting the parts connected to the parts in the upper dimensions connected to the functions in the lower dimensions, get the functions in the lower dimensions connected to the parts in the upper dimensions, so that you get that nice flow between the two, and that the parts are supporting the functions are helping to restore new parts and growth. Then I worked on them last fall, and then I came back in March, early spring, and worked on them again. And what I found is they had improved. Their health had improved. The formation and operation of the roots, the xylem and phloem, and bud leaves had improved. So then I worked with them, treated them. Then I came back in August again and worked with them one more time. And again, they had improved, but they still needed to improve further. So, treated them again, came back now in October of 2025 right now, and I've gotten excellent results. The trees, these beech trees, are telling me, first of all, that their roots are well formed and they're operating. We're talking about the 90% category. Same thing for the xylem and phloem, and same thing for the bud leaves. My whole purpose in starting this whole thing was because of the beech leaf disease. It's attacking beech trees. It's a nematode that attacks the trees and carries the disease with it, and then the trees die. And it attacks the buds of the tree. And I believe if the trees are healthy, then they are less susceptible to this beech leaf disease. So that's what got me started down the road. And these are some beautiful beech trees, and I just didn't want them to be attacked by the beech leaf disease. So I'll do whatever I can to help them out. And generally in these parks, they won't use insecticides or anything like that. So it's kind of looking for a little more natural approach to helping the trees, and that's what I was trying to do. As I said, the formation turned out excellent for the roots, xylem and phloem, and bud leaves. Operation turned out well, but also in addition, when I started asking percentages, do you have enough of these things? Of the roots, xylem and phloem, and bud leaves, they're saying, yeah, we're in the 90% category of enough roots, enough xylem and phloem, and enough bud leaves. And so they're kind of happy trees and moving along real well. And I believe this will help the health of the trees going into winter now. That the trees are stronger, they're healthier going into winter. They can withstand the weather extremes in winter that we're getting now, and they'll and then be healthier in spring and less susceptible to this beech leaf disease. Also, part of those results are getting parts to functions connected, such as uptake, circulation, food and fluid distribution, photosynthesis, etc. They're saying that's 90%. Function to function are operating good again in that 90% category, and functions to parts, most important, functions to parts are working good. So the functions, making more food, getting that food circulated, getting it out to the growing points, is working good, so we can both restore these trees, keep them healthy, restore the parts, systems, and function, but also help grow new parts, systems, and functions. So this is very excellent, and we're really encouraged, and we'll have another year at this next year.
Dr. Jim, can you please take a moment to describe the approach that you have when you ask these questions, that you're gathering information from the trees and you're doing it like from what point of view?
I'm asking the consciousness. I'm touching the consciousness of the trees. And that's the point of view I'm taking. And it's the consciousness and the parts of the consciousness. There's consciousness there, the functions as well. All have to do is just learn how to touch onto that. And once that's what this is. This is collaborative healing, touching the consciousness of those roots. And you might say, well, can't they do that themselves? Yes, they can. But here's the trick. They can't do it by themselves and then hope that the xylem and phloem also shift and hope that the bud leaves also shift. So when I'm working with the consciousness of all three parts, they can all shift at the same time. So the tree moves from being a less healthy tree with less optimal formation and operation to more optimal, well-formed parts and operation.
And when you say collaborative, do you come to the tree with a certain intention of your own?
No, I come with no intention of my own. The only intention I have is to try and help the trees to be healthy so that they are less susceptible to the beech leaf disease. That's what I'm trying to do. And they're interested in that as well. That works for them as well. So that's a little bit my intention, but more the trees want to live and they want to grow. All right, and if they get the beech leaf disease, they're not going to live and they grow. And they're very aware of the beech leaf disease. They are very, very aware of it. They know it's here. Okay, and that's why they want to be stronger too. And it's all collaborative healing with the trees, and that's what tells me what to do. And that's it. And what I'm doing is, as I'm getting the parts, as I said, I'm getting the parts flowing to the functions, and the functions back flowing to the parts, and then the tree can be a healthy tree. I'm the tree whisperer. I heal sick and declining trees by repairing the internal functionality of trees.